Brisbane's really emerged as a science capital in Australia in the last few years, and the World Science Festival is our opportunity to make science accessible, to take it out of the lab into the streets where people can get a chance to see why it's such a science hub.
The festival this year is a little bit different. It's far-reaching and there is a lot of online content as well. There's live streaming, there's conversations, there's activities. And I think it's fantastic because the festival is for everyone, and what it can do is ignite a spark in a child's brain to think, okay, I can be a scientist of the future and make a real difference.
The most interesting part of my job is that we literally strap down a rocket and fire it.
There's something called conservation of energy. That energy isn't created or destroyed, it's just transferred from one form to another. So I was going to try and demonstrate that for you using some gravitational potential energy and a bowling ball.
This is really about capturing people's curiosity and imagination, getting out of the house, telling stories in new ways, to make science hands-on, to marry it with art. I think that's a really important thing for all of us to get our heads around.
What I've really enjoyed about World Science Festival Brisbane this year and every year is just the access that we have to some of the biggest, brightest minds with people that are really thinking to the future, and the access that we've had to them has been phenomenal.
The biology is almost the least important part of a pandemic. We make pandemics ourselves. Anyway, have a listen.
Well, there's actually several things that have to come together.
And I remember calling up Fauci and saying, is this a problem? We've got our first secondary infection.
For a large number of people, CBD is where they earn their daily bread. Work from home is not an option if they want to eat.
You know, like a city will renew itself roughly every 50 years completely. It renews about 2% a year. So what you do today really matters.
Make the system work, make it safe at the same time, make it as equitable as possible.
One of the new materials that I'm particularly interested in is superconductors, and high temperature superconductors that can transmit energy with virtually no losses.
To me, science is the collection of verifiable, evidence-based facts about our universe and the process by which we get that.
Because if we can understand how things have changed in the past, we can understand what might happen in the future.
So communities control pandemics, and communities will control climate change.
There are many different ways to get started in science, but the easiest and best way is to keep on asking questions.
We're really proud to have presented World Science Festival Brisbane 2021. There have been many highlights of this festival, but for me I think the City of Science, taking science right across Brisbane, has been fantastic. I think the schools program, where we're getting the next generation of scientists coming through, really is the key to the future of science. And for me personally, I think the high-level scientific conversations really lift the knowledge of science in this city, and it's a great contribution for the future of science here.